Good morning, fishy folks. Happy Tuesday. I meant to do this video yesterday, but I was having technical difficulties with my phone. So here's what's going on. Last week, as you know, I started losing fish. Actually, the week before, I started losing fish. Last week, it was sort of diagnosed through some help on the internet. Corey from Aquarium Co-op and some of my viewers suggested I had some internal parasite. I treated with Prazi Pro because that's what I had. It really wasn't effective. I then went out and ordered API General Cure, which is a little stronger than Prazi Pro. It treats some things differently than Prazi Pro, and some additional things, I should say. And meanwhile, I was still losing fish, and basically, it appeared that I have Calamnalis worms. I'm sure I'll put something, on the screen to show you exactly what it is, because I don't remember how to pronounce it. So, researching it showed the best course of action was either Levamisole or Fenbendazole, and the only place to get Levamisole is Select Aquatics, Greg Sage's company in Colorado. I contacted him over the weekend, and he was great. He got right back to me. And basically said, sure, he could ship it out first thing Monday morning. And, that was great, but I felt like I didn't want to waste any more time, so I got some Fenbendazole, which is dewormer for animals. See, Fenbendazole. Now, my research showed that Fenbendazole, they need to ingest, and it dissolves better in water. So there really isn't a dosing. I couldn't find any dosing online. Most people said mix this amount with some food, spray it on water, maybe add garlic guard, or add this or add that, it tastes better, blah blah blah. So I mixed one satchel of this with about 250 milliliters of hot water. I let it dissolve. Then I took some food. I used Northfin Community, as well as some fry food I had from Japan. Spread it out on a cookie sheet and sprayed it with the Fenbendazole solution and let it dry. And that's what I've been feeding the fish since Sunday morning. Today's going to be the last day of me feeding it. I did lose a Platy and a black Molly. This is Goldie. Say hi, Goldie.
Hi, Goldie.
Goldie was our 24th or 25th rescue. We fostered dogs, and the whole family decided to keep her. So she was our third dog. Okay, enough about dogs. This is a fish channel. So today will be my last day feeding. I did lose another red wag Platy and another black Molly. The black Molly had a big white thing sticking out of its vent, and the Platy, not so sure why the Platy died. She just dropped fry a couple days ago, so I don't know if it was the stress. Plus internal parasites, but these guys look like a little sunken belly as well. So and I've been trying to keep these guys separate. As you can tell, I did clean most of the duckweed out as a suggestion from one of my viewers, and I would say that the goldfish is eating the rest of the duckweed. Next, I will probably put him in there after I take most of that duckweed out and do a water change. So that's that. I am not a fish vet. I am not an expert. I'm not a chemist. However, my research and my gut told me to treat how I treated. The Fenbendazole was about 20 bucks. The Levamisole with shipping is $35. I want to save, my fish because, and I need clean tanks because with confidence I have to go back to my local fish store and say, I got it, here's what I used. He's very interested also, so when he has problems he can use a proven method. But I want to go with confidence and let him know my tanks are clean, my fish are clean, so he'll buy with confidence. Alright, let's do a tour. Although there's really nothing new, there's really nothing to talk about other than the dead fish. Well, that's not true. Let's look at guppy fry. Messy fish room. Luke was down there last night playing while I was working. So here's the angelfish fry tank. Got some new artwork for it. Thank you, Corey. So here's the deal. I change roughly 40 to 50, no, it's not true. Roughly 25 to 30% of the water every day. I feed the Instant Ocean baby brine shrimp 2 or 3 times a day. This stuff, it's been a lifesaver for me when it comes to feeding. I don't have to prepare brine shrimp, baby brine shrimp, which in itself isn't a big deal. I just didn't have enough. I couldn't produce enough to feed as much as I needed. So I feed that a couple times a day. I do change lots of water. You can see the water is barely blue anymore. There's some snails going to town. Boom, chicka, boom, boom. Okay. I'm having a pretty good survival rate. I did unplug the filter yesterday when I fed, and I did forget to plug it back in, but it didn't. I don't think I see any dead bodies, and if I did, the snails probably would have gotten them. But this is the longest I've been able to keep these fry alive. It took 4 or 5 times for me to figure it out. So again, what I do is I put the slate when eggs are laid, I pull the slate as soon as possible. I put it in this 5-gallon aquarium with a heater and usually an air stone at first, and I dose half the recommended dosage of methylene blue, and I put the air stone over the eggs, even though the methylene blue is supposed to stop the fungus. Usually I get some sort of fungus, but this time I had the fungus, and actually snails appeared to be eating the eggs, but I had quite a good hatch rate. As soon as I see wigglers, I do an immediate 50% water change to get rid of the methylene blue. And as soon as I see free swimmers, that's not true. After the 50% water change day 1, I do a 50% water change day 2. I try to have pre-conditioned and heated water. And day 3, the wigglers are just about free swimmers, if not already. And I do another water change. The way I change water is I use, where is it? This. It's just a rigid piece of tubing. On the end is vacuum tubing. I put the rigid piece of tubing in the fish tank, create a suction, put the other end in a white bucket, and I let it drain. And when it's all done draining, I let it settle for a few minutes, and then I look for fry, just to make sure it doesn't suck any up. Would it be terrible if I caught one? No, but who wants to, lose a fry? Alright, that's a lot of talking about angelfish fry. Over there, let's see if you can see. You can see the reflection, but he looks like an angelfish. I'm going to call him, I don't really know. Molly's, Dalmatian Molly's nothing. Empty tank, dirty empty tank. I don't mean dirty with poop, I mean there was dirt in there, and I poured water in there to fill it up, and it actually landed in there, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Anyway, there's the plant that was in there. I'm just too lazy to fix it. A cool shot, though, is this tank right here. Look at all the fry in there. Yeah, these guys just keep reproducing. This is a sort of a community method of breeding for profit. There's a bunch of females, a few males, and lots of Java moss for them to hide in. And that's it. Feed them well, and that's that. Looks like I got some pregnant bodies over here. Hopefully they'll drop fry soon. These fry are growing nice. I did lose almost all the koi fry in here. Actually, like, lost them. I can't find them. Not that they're just dead. I took 2 or 3 out yesterday, put them in the big tank. And so I have that empty tank, and I did move the green cobra male out of here, and I thought all the fry, but I do see one little fry swimming over there. I put them up here with the other. The plan is, once this tank is clean, I'm going to put the Dalmatian mollies over here. I don't know what's going to go in that top tank. I'm sure something. Once my tanks are clean and everybody's healthy, I'm sure I'm going to buy a ton of fish because, you know, I'm missing fish. Although I leave for Japan in about a month for 15 days, so I probably won't buy fish. I definitely won't buy fish until I get back. But in cleaning yesterday, not cleaning, in working in the fish room, I did see quite a few fry in here, so I'm happy about that. And there's a dead fry, a dead juvenile, right there. There were like 40 fry in here when I moved them, and now there's like 10 and less. So I don't know if they got sucked into the overflow and then into one of the big tanks where there's angels. Let's see, that one, yeah, that one actually goes into here. So I would assume if there were fry that went in here, they were eaten. Alright, so I need some help with these guys. They were a proven pair when I got them. They did on the first night drop eggs, lay eggs. And they laid eggs maybe a week later also, and they ate all the first batch. They ate the second batch and they haven't laid eggs since. And I don't know. While we're over here, we'll look at this guppy tank. Same method as the other guppy tank, although there were many different strains in here. I have since lost all of them. There's another big guppy. I've since lost all of them, except for the red and yellows. There's a yellow cobra, there's a red cobra, there's a green cobra that I put in here. I'm hoping that I get, you know, lots of nice fry, and we can maybe start looking at a different strain. So look at all the fry in that tank. That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, guys, I'm babbling.